Welcome to Ritafine Reality, where we trade raw stories that activate your soul to courageously lead you to a healthier, happier, more authentic, and magnetic you. I'm your host, Rita Pira, a Middle Eastern Christian woman that broke free and created a new reality. By defying the societal and cultural expectations that we were programmed to obey, you'll see and feel the magic of the universe as you allow your soul to play and lead the way. Despite the fear of judgment, failure, and even being seen, you'll take courageous action and manifest your wildest dreams. My intention is to inspire you to be free and do whatever you're lit up by and guided to get you to stop doubting and start believing in yourself and find your way to abundance and optimal health, to elevate your environment and reach and embody enlightenment, to release the guilt and shame and rewire your subconscious brain, to light a fire under your ass and get you out of your own way at last, moving you straight into action and mastering the law of attraction. My ultimate goal is for each episode to activate your soul, to trust your intuition and know that you are whole, so you can live your purpose and make an impact and shed all the layers of what's holding you back and dimming your light, because it's time that you rewrite your life story. Welcome to the brand new and improved Ritafine Reality Podcast, hosted by yours truly, Rita Pira, a former educator turned Soul Activator and Manifestation Accelerator. Tune in for raw stories that activate your soul to courageously lead you to a healthier, happier, more authentic, and magnetic you. So we're going to do a quick catch up with Ree. Holy crap, this has been like the most epic year of yes and just going with the flow. So I'm going to catch you up on everything since my last episode, which was in August. Sorry, I know. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so if you didn't notice, I didn't get that apartment from the last episode because things just were like being stripped away from me. Like it was not something that was supposed to happen. The universe was like, yeah, bitch, we're not doing that. So like completely pulled away from me, all the things. And my lease was up on my apartment. My car lease was up, and actually not even up yet. But then the dealership called me and they were like, hey, we want to buy your car back. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do that. So I didn't get that apartment from the last episode. But I did kind of go back into the matrix. I had this job that just was everything that I'm good at. So education, technology, sales, and all this stuff that I've been doing my whole life. And so it just kind of came into my experience where I basically was presented with something that was like why wouldn't I take this job? And there were 44s left, right, up in it, diagonally, every which way. Like you wouldn't believe it. Like the password they gave me to access something had a 44 in it. The link that they gave me had a 44 in it. Their zip code of their company had a 44 in it. Like I was like, okay, got it. Paying attention. All right, cool. And so the reason I'm telling you this is because this job gave me insurance like the first day of employment, and I went to the doctor and just got a normal checkup. I was like, why the fuck not, right? And so I got a checkup and everything was normal, great, perfect, whatever. Like I wasn't expecting anything to come back not normal, but I did normalize like COVID symptoms, if you will. So I was like fatigued, I was tired, I was like whatever. And I would go and wash a dish and I'd be like, oh my God, I need to lay down. And I was like, how the fuck did I normalize that? I was like, okay, I don't work out, so maybe I'm out of shape. And then I was like, maybe just, COVID residual. This is just my new normal, which fucking sucks. Like, how could we accept that? Like, that just blows my mind that is like normal now. So many people are like beyond fucked because of this fucking thing, and not even, the vaccine, but just like COVID itself, like fucking fucked people. Fucking fucked people. That's funny. Anyway, so I was saying that I got my results back. They did all these blood tests and everything. My doctor calls me though 30 minutes later and she's like, Rita, there's an issue with one of your blood tests. And I was like, what? She's like, your hemoglobin is like 4.2. And I'm like, what does that mean? And she goes, your red blood cell count is really like crazy critically low. Like it has to be wrong. There has to be an error here. And I was like, what are you saying, dude? Like, do you speak English? And she was like, you are walking around with less than 1/3 of the blood in your body than a human is supposed to have. And I was like, what? How? Like, what? She's like, have you been losing blood? And like, what? Like, what's going on? Are your periods extra heavy? And I'm like, no, they're like practically non-existent. She's like, well, that makes sense because you literally don't have blood in your body. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, this has to be wrong. Like, I need you to go to the ER and get checked up. This has to be wrong because you look healthy, you're shiny, you're glowy, you're energetic, you're youthful, you're blah, blah, blah. Like, this cannot be right. So I need you to go to the ER to get this checked. And she's like, I need you to go to the ER and not like urgent care, because if this is accurate, you're going to need to get a blood transfusion. And I'm like, what? Blood transfusion, if you don't know what that is, they're basically pumping blood into your body. Okay. So I go to the hospital, and within the first like 30 minutes of me being there, the nurse that comes in is also from Chicago, and she's like super raw, super real, very cool. And like, we just clicked right away. And so she was telling me she's going to Costa Rica and Colombia and Peru and Brazil and all these places and going nomadic or whatever. Or she is already nomadic, and she's like going to travel to these places. And I was like, shit, can I come? And she's like, yeah, I don't care. And I'm like, yay, okay, cool, what the fuck? And so she didn't know me, right? She doesn't know that I'm like a yes person. She doesn't know that I'm going to be like, for sure, like for real going. And so I was like, that was in my mind. I was like, okay, I guess I'm going. I just said it. I claimed it. It's happening, period. That's how I roll. And so then that ER visit changed my fucking life path, because I did actually go with her. So at this point, I'm like packing my life into boxes, and I'm about to go nomadic. And it's like, what? So I'm selling my car back to the dealership. I'm packing my life into boxes and putting it into storage and packing the things that I would need for Burning Man. Oh, wait, I didn't even get there yet. Scratch that. Packing the things that I would need for Costa Rica, Colombia, Peru. And then before I even left, like a week before I was about to head out to Costa Rica, I get a notification on my Instagram from my friend Jason that he tagged me in something that he was basically saying, I'm going to Burning Man. I have an RV. Who wants to come? Because he knew I would say yes. He knew I would be like, duh. Bro, this fly. What the fuck? It's like bouncing on my nose, and then it's like on my microphone right now. It's on my microphone right now. Seriously, I'm recording a video of this so you could see. This is insane. It's on my face. Like, what? And this happened yesterday. I'm in Bali, by the way. I was at this store called Shine by Asha Maya. She's like got the goddessy clothing. So it's just, she's the designer, the owner, everything. But I was in there, and then this big ass fly, biggest fly I've ever seen in my life, lands on my face. And then it's just like it's like crawling on my face, gets off and comes back, off and nonstop. And then it's on my chest, and it's on my hand, then it's on my wrist, and it's on my head. It's like nonstop in this store. And now all of a sudden there's a fly in my freaking hotel room. And it's like landing on my face, buzzing on me, sat on the microphone. Like I have a video of this. I'm recording this podcast. So I'm going to put it out there. But I also did post it on my story from the store. So I have those videos as well. This is creepy. Like, flies have been showing up like crazy. But then since I've been in Bali, instead of like flies and 44s, which it's still happening, but now it's like a single ant, like one teeny tiny single ant by itself on my phone screen, on my notebook that I'm journaling on, or on my laptop, or on my motorbike, like, or on my hand. And I'm like, what does this mean? And then 33s. So yeah, but we'll get into that another time. I'm like on this mission to not go off on a million tangents. Like, I actually made an outline today. So we're going to see how that goes. And you let me know if you like this freaking format better. Okay. Because I'm trying to do it right for you. Okay, so I hit up Jason, and I was like, yeah, I'm down, duh. And so he's like, okay, cool. And he confirmed. And then all of a sudden, I was not only packing for Costa Rica, Colombia, and Peru for backpacking, and putting my shit in storage and selling my car, but I was also now shopping and packing for Burning Man. Like, what you don't understand, or maybe you do, but people that go to Burning Man prep for like a year in advance. It's insanity. So I wanted to be ready for it because earlier that year I went to a festival at the last minute and I just packed whatever clothing I had. And when we got there, everybody there was just like dressed so fucking epic. And I was like feeling really out of place and whatever. But this was not going to be that. So I bought all the things. I got ready. I packed everything. I went to Burning Man. Goddess energy activated. Let's just leave that there. Okay. Amazing, epic life experiences. The humans there, the whole thing. I wish I could live there. And the heat and riding the bicycle every day. Like I got toned as fuck and tanned, and it was just amazing. So yeah, and I had mushies. And I got lost on purpose. That's I'm gonna do a whole, not on purpose, but I'm gonna do a whole episode on Burning Man so I could tell you like the whole experience, okay? Because I took mushrooms and I got separated from my peeps, and so I was like on my own journey that night, and I didn't make it back until like the middle of the day. Next day I couldn't find my RV, and it was so fucking amazing. I loved it. And in the moment of that happening, I remember like there was a moment where I was like, oh my God, I need to get back. I can't find my RV. This is like, I got there for 1 second and then I shifted out of it. I was like, no, this is great. I'm not meant to go home yet. Like seeing it in that way. And then, so I'll do an episode on that. Okay. And then, so I got back to California. I stayed with my friend Alicia, who has like a bougie apartment like me, floor to ceiling windows. Like her windows were even bigger than mine. It's crazy because she lives in the building I lived in before I moved to where I was living in La Jolla in San Diego. And so I stayed with her for a little bit, me and Frankie. And then I went to Chicago to drop off my dog, Frankie, at my mom's house. And then I went to Costa Rica from there. Or did I drop him off and fly back to California? I don't remember. I think I dropped him off and then I flew back. I don't know. I don't remember, honestly. So much going on. And so when I got to Costa Rica, I had my first alcoholic drink in like a year, maybe a year and a half. It was crazy. And I had mushies there too. Hey, that was so fun. And then we went to Colombia. When in Rome. So I'll just let you know this. Like I've never in my life done anything other than drink and smoke weed up until 2021. And so 2021 I went to Joshua Tree. I had a little chocolate mushy, and then when I went to this Unda Linda festival, I played with my friend Molly one time. That was fun. But see, it's like I'm crazy anti-pharma and all that stuff. Like I don't fuck with chemicals, right? So, oh my God, Rita, you're this, preacher of like eating clean and, nourishing your body and not taking pills and not chemicals and da-da-da-da-da. Yes, and I get to experience it, okay? Thanks, bye. Just kidding, don't go anywhere. We're barely getting started. Okay, so then the other thing is, after Colombia, well, you can imagine what I mean by that and why I even told you that, right? Because like when in Rome, I mean, you fucking have to, right? And I've never in my life done that before. And you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Didn't ever in my life touch that shit with a 10-foot fucking pole. And then it just shows up in Colombia and we're on this rooftop and this person who's from New York, which is crazy because I was like, I lived in New York for 5 years and whatever. And so, yeah, we did that. That was amazing. I danced my ass off nonstop for like maybe, I don't know, an hour straight. I probably lost like 20 pounds just dancing that night, which is funny because like, I don't know. The music was good. The vibe, everything, it just felt so good. Like, okay. And then after that, we went to Peru. And so in Peru, we were living in the Amazon jungle, like literally in a shed. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see like videos. I have a reel that is like a mashup of all these things I'm telling you about right now. You'll see that I was living in like a little shed, a wooden shed, no electricity, and I did ayahuasca. So I'll have to do a whole episode on that. Okay. And then I went back to Chicago because I had like a day or two, 3 maybe. And I wanted to see my family and hang out with Frankie because I had been gone at this point since September. And it was now like toward the end of October. And so then I hung out with my fam a little bit, got my little Frankie fix in, and then I went to Bali. While I was in Colombia, Costa Rica, I was putting together my retreat in Bali. So just like flowing, doing it effortlessly, attracting people to come, and not, sales pushing anything. Just like whoever it's meant to find it's meant to find. And what's wild is, if you recall me going to Greece with Roxy, like taking that big risk at that time where I was planning my Hollywood Hills retreat, and also starting this new job that I just mentioned to you earlier, and also the cost of it. It was like $6,000 to $8,000, and I was like planning a retreat, getting ready to start a new job, and I'm looking at moving. Am I going to move to LA? And all these things I was playing around with. And I ended up not doing that, obviously. There were people that came to my retreat in Bali that heard of me because of me being with Roxy. So like the money came back almost immediately, which is exactly what I always say. Say yes now, just go with the flow. If it's lighting up your soul, trust that it's for you. It will work out. Don't worry about the money. The money will come. Like doing that, thinking that, believing that, putting that energy out there in that real fucking way, then it does come back, because it's your emotion, and emotions are energy in motion. So whatever you are feeling, you are actually emitting, you are actually vibrating, putting that out, and you will get back what you're putting out. So if you're putting back anxiety and fear and doubt and worry, then you're going to get shit that matches that frequency. For me, on the other hand, I'm chilling like, oh yeah, $6,000. Okay, cool. Put it on this credit card and it'll come back. It's all good. 0% financing. I'm good. It's fine. No worries. It's going to come back. Boom, came right back. I have another example. I was like living in New York, and I was in the meatpacking district. I was working at Fig and Olive. So I was getting out of my car, and I see they're filming some movie here. And then I go walk inside. I sit at the bar, and then some guy just walks in out of nowhere, and he puts $100 bill on my menu, and he goes, "Your lunch is on me." And I'm like, wow, no, that's okay. And I didn't really have a good relationship with like receiving at this point. So it's like struggling to accept that from him. But earlier that day, I had been at this nail salon, and I tipped this lady $20. And when I did that, immediately in the moment, I was like, it'll come back times 10. And then here comes this guy putting $100 bill on my menu. So there's that. And then later he even invited me. He's like, oh, I'm going to go to this Gucci store and whatever, and wanting to buy me something. And I'm like, I've never in my life like had that experience where a guy bought me something, or took me to a expensive, store or purse store or whatever, and just like bought. I was like, what? No, because usually they'll want something in return, right? And I'm not about that life. So when I let him go and do his own thing. I was like, if you want to go for it, I just want to be clear. Like, I'm not going, no. Right. And so he's like some famous rich, whatever dude from Lebanon. And I don't know, he was in the government. I don't even fucking remember. And I don't even remember his name or how I'd even contact him, but I did get a Gucci purse out of it. So it's like the universe was like just hooking me up, right? Because I was so generous and giving to that woman. That just happened. I got these new things that from this, I did a story about it, in Bali, this thing. I didn't realize they were sitting next to me. It's funny. I wanted to use these in my episode at some point, but I didn't know when or how or what I was going to do. So I just sat it next to me, and it just fell. So it just made an appearance all on its own. That's the way shit works. And I'm going to leave it because, we raw and real up in here, and it's all good. It's all good. So where was I? I'm almost done with the recap. I will do a story about ayahuasca, and I will do a story about Burning Man. The rest is fine. The retreat in Bali, I'll go all in on that in another time too. But so basically, I hosted a retreat in Bali, and then somebody wrote to me while I was like in the middle of my retreat. She was like, oh my God, I see your retreat. I'm missing it. It's like halfway through it. Oh, let me know when you do it again, or if you know of another one. I'm feeling really called right now. My psychic told me to find you. Like, she legit told me that her psychic gave her my full name. I don't know her, by the way. So she gave her my full name, and she said, this woman, Rita Pira, she does retreats in Bali. She's there, I think now, like you should find her, reach out to her. And she's like, I see you doing a retreat of some sort. And so this is why this girl reached out to me. And I told her, I was like, you know what? When this is done, you're welcome to come. I will host you. We can customize a one-on-one intensive kind of retreat. And she's like, oh my God, I would love that. And so she did. She came out to Bali. We had a week or so together. And oh my God, the transformations that this girl experienced, holy fucking shit. She did not even realize like that she was going to get what she got. She originally came to me for like self-confidence, get rid of self-doubt, getting over a relationship, finding her purpose. Not only did she get all of that, but she's healing her relationship with her dad. And it was not even on her radar. It was like, this is just what it is. And I saw that and I felt it. And I'm very intuitive. It's really creepy, but it's also because I healed my relationship with my dad. I didn't talk to him for a decade, and I healed my relationship with him so much that I created space in my heart and my body, and it wasn't stuck. It wasn't blocked. It was just not flowing because I held so much anger, hate, and resentment for my dad. Like, it was so bad that I used to say that I would dance on his grave if he died. That is the most fucked up thing that's ever come out of my fucking mouth. And I need to give myself some compassion and some grace here and not be so angry at myself, because you can still hear it. Yeah. Like, I'm feeling regret for having wasted all those years. But again, everything happened in that way for me, because if it didn't, then I wouldn't have ever moved out. I wouldn't have gone off on my own journey. I wouldn't have evolved and become who I am today. And my numerologist actually told me that my dad, when she did his numbers, that he actually had his greatest healing from a Sagittarius. And guess who's a Sagittarius, baby? Me. So, oh yeah, by the way, I had my birthday in Bali. I got 8 tattoos in Bali. I had Christmas dinner at Russell Simmons' house. Like, what? Like, what? So, a lot of things. Yeah, I'm going to unpack each of these things that I ran through for you in like different episodes, separate episodes, okay? I'm interrupting this episode with a little bit of an advertisement. It's not really an advertisement. It's me talking to you about some shit that I want to offer you that is actually going to be really helpful. So if you're a self-sabotager and a people pleaser, it's time to heal your shit and believe in yourself and have the courage and confidence to take inspired action so you can finally manifest your dreams before you end up on your deathbed full of regret and truly out of time. Okay? How do you heal your shit? Well, it happens when you start doing the work. How do you do the work? Well, you become aware of your limiting beliefs that are running the show, that are hiding out in your subconscious mind. But you already knew that, right? Because you're over here reading books, listening to podcasts, doing all the things. And that's great, right? It's a step in the right direction for sure. But nothing changes if you don't require your subconscious mind to take inspired action. No matter the amount of content you consume, no matter how many times you make yourself a student and you need one more certificate or one more blah, 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 you're not going to get to where you want to be because you're not aware even of why you're self-sabotaging and suffering from imposter syndrome or people pleasing or having fear of judgment. It's all keeping you stuck. The only thing that's happening is the same patterns and behaviors over and over and over again, because that is your point of attraction. That is your frequency. That is the energy you are resting at. And like, you have so many ideas that you're spinning in circles and you're so worried about what people will think that you don't do anything at all. And you don't have clarity on where to start and how you're stuck or why, what to do, when, how, all the things. I see way too many people just paralyzed by fear and lack of clarity, and it's so easy to break through. And that's what we're talking about today in our episode. It's all about the energy flowing. Instead of calling it being, stuck or blocked, it's just a gap, and we're going to bridge that gap together. So I know this all because this was just me 2 years-ish ago. And a lot of people that are paralyzed by fear and lack of clarity, like, I see it and I'm like, that was me. And a lot of them think that it's because they're not good enough or they don't have anything to offer. They're not smart enough. They don't have the credentials, yada, 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 etc. etc. If you know anyone that says etc., oh my God, it's etc. Thank you. Well, I had to. I don't know. Oh my God, there's this one podcast that like I actually started listening to recently. I'm not going to call them out. But the girl says etc. And I'm just like, how can you be so smart and say words like etc.? It's like, can I ask you a question? No, you cannot ask me. Okay? You can ask me. I used to be a teacher. If you didn't know, now you know. I used to teach 4th grade. I taught 5th grade. I taught a couple of college classes in New York City. So, all right, it is what it is. Anyway, so I've been helping people bust through their limiting beliefs, reframe them to gain clarity and courage and confidence and take action on the thing they've been wanting to do forever. Okay. And I've been doing this. I've been helping people for the last decade. So many women finally left a toxic relationship or a marriage after feeling stuck for 10 years. One got a divorce. A few quit the job that they hated. Most started a business. Some started a podcast, a coaching business, etc. I'm here to tell you that you have desires on your heart for a reason. They're meant for you to bring forth into this world. And if you're going to look at somebody else and be like, they're already doing it, like, who am I to do it? You are you, and you are meant to do it. That is it. Okay? Because I could easily look at Gabby Bernstein, Tony Robbins, and all these people, and Manifestation Babe and Sahara Rose and all of them. They're literally me. They are literally me packaged in a different fucking outfit and face and body suit, skin suit. Yeah? Okay? And by the way, I say yeah at the end of things now because I've been in Bali so long, and that's like every sentence. They ask you a question and it ends with yeah. Like, you're going to do this for me? Yeah. You're going to give me that? Yeah. Like, it's so cute. I fucking love it. So now I do it all the time and I just catch myself, but it's so fun. So I was saying that you have this desire on your heart for a reason. It's your soul's assignment. It's literally never going to go away. I had a journal that I found a few years ago that I was reading through, and I'm like, oh my God, all these things that I wanted back then, I still fucking want them. So it's just a matter of you taking an action toward doing them. And if you don't, then 5 years will pass, 10 years will pass. And guess what? That dream on your heart will still be there. Only thing different, time has passed. And so you're going to look back and go, fuck. Now I really can't even do it, even if I wanted to. So don't get there. Don't get there. Okay? You have to do something about it. It's time to get unstuck, as they say, and move toward your dreams. But there's an energy gap. There are reasons why you're not moving. Your energy is not flowing. So I will help you figure out exactly what it is that's in the gap so that we can move you through and you come out on the other side looking back going, what the fuck was wrong with me? I can't believe I didn't see that. And it's like, once you have the awareness, it's like magic. Okay. I get my clients to do all the things more rapidly and radically change their life really quickly. Okay. And I even had a client tell me that one session with me was more impactful and valuable than his 2 years in therapy. Okay. And yeah, so I'm not calling myself a therapist. And actually, if you know anything about therapy, you know that they're not even trying to get you better. I said it. But yeah, so I'll help you identify your fears and your assumptions and what's in your energy gap. Okay. We'll pinpoint it. We'll get exactly to it, and we'll figure out where you are right now, where you want to be, and bridge you there. And you'll feel light and free and unstoppable and amazing and all the things. Okay. So the fact of the matter is that most of the courses out there that people are giving out or you're buying or you're doing, you're not even finishing that. Like the healing process, you're like dabbling in, you're dabbling, but you're not finishing something that you start. Right? I know, because that was me too. And you're skipping the truly important part about healing your shit. And I believe very strongly, especially from my own life experience, is that what you consume through your eyes, your ears, your mouth, and what you believe actually affects your energy and manifests your reality. Okay? So we're going to talk about life force energy today. You may have heard that manifesting is all about thinking positive, saying affirmations, making a vision board, but none of those things will be helpful if you aren't aware of what you're consuming and if you don't reframe or rewire or reprogram or bridge the gap in between like where you are and what you believe, what you think you believe, and what you actually are feeling, right? In your subconscious mind. Because your thoughts create emotions. Emotions are energy in motion. Energy vibrates. Everything is energy. What you're watching, what you're listening to, what you're reading, what you're eating, it all carries a vibrational frequency. So your energy, you're vibrating. You attract what you vibrate. You're a fucking magnet. So what are you vibrating? And your vibration is made up of what you consume and believe is possible for you. So if there's something that you desire, but you don't actually believe you can have it or deserve it or that it's even possible, it simply will not manifest. Why would it? The universe isn't here to prove you wrong. It isn't here to like give you like, oh, yeah, see, you're no, it's here to give you what you want. But if you don't tell it what you want and actually prime yourself and get ready to receive it instead of spin in loops of self-doubt and fear and paralysis, the universe is sitting back going, I don't know what you want. I don't know what to give you, bro. Like, so I'm not sure if you have a grasp on like manifestation and what it is and how it works. But if you've been listening to this podcast or following me for any amount of time, then you know that it's all about what's showing up for you. It's a mirror of what your beliefs are. Look at your life, look around you, everything that is happening in your life is a mirror. It's a reflection of your inner game, your inner world, your internal beliefs and thoughts and feelings. Okay. Everything you believe is like projecting out into what you're seeing. That is what your brain is doing. It really is that simple. Okay. And if you're vibrating at the highest possible frequency, that's a vibrational match to the thing that you want, it will manifest. So are you happy? Are you healthy? Are you connecting with your intuition and your soul and all the magic of life around you? Are you taking time to be in nature? Are you drinking clean water that's not contaminated with fucking fluoride and calcifying your pineal gland, making you disconnected from your intuition and your soul? Yeah, that's a thing. That's why I have a Kangen water machine, but it's in my storage unit because I didn't bring it to Bali or on my backpacking journey. I almost did, I swear to God. Anyway, this is the thing. If you feel like you're not doing the best you know you could be doing, and you want people that will love you and hold space for you and support you and be your soul family as you become more courageous and raise your baseline of what's possible for you and what you believe you're worthy of and redefine your reality so that it is amazing and you become unrecognizable within just a few months. Like, I've got the thing that will make 2023 your most epic year, and it's called Ritafine Reality Membership. It's a monthly immersion membership for spiritual purpose seekers and creatives who want to create an abundant, epic life doing what they love. And so we're going to be spending 2+ hours together because we can't get off the call. We just are like so obsessed with the energy. It's every first Thursday. You'll be learning what really makes you a magnet for whatever your heart desires through a unique workshop theme for every month, challenges, meditations, weekly coaching emails, an exclusive community area that's like nothing you've ever seen or experienced before. It's not a fucking Facebook group, okay? You'll learn my 5 simple steps to redefine your reality, and I will help you dismantle any doubt that ever presents itself to bridge the energy gap so you no longer feel stuck or blocked. The energy flows and it gets you to raise your vibration and show up more authentically and stepping into your highest self more and more each day. I'll give you a couple of examples. My clients, so I'll tell you 2 stories. One of them, she actually was in a marriage for 12 years. Well, they were married for 10, together for 2 prior. And she held on to this dream, this vision, this potential that he had. And she just kept going with the flow. And then she found herself like, still, he's not doing any of the things that she thought. And why are you still with him? Right. So it's like me becoming aware of her relationship. She originally came to me about business coaching and like wanting to start a coaching business and whatnot. and to do what I did and all that. And so as I got to know her and on our one-on-one calls, I started to notice her marriage and her relationship and her energy and frequency. And I just like was feeling into it and started asking questions and got some information. And now, just to fast forward that shit, she no longer has him living in the house, and she's light and shiny and creating her freaking beautiful life without him. And she's getting a divorce. So that is epic, because it wasn't even on her radar. Actually, she did say that a year prior she like thought about divorce, but then, like justify, and you make excuses for them, and you stay and you do it for the kids or whatever reason that you do it. But ultimately it's also because you don't want to be alone, and you're worried that you'll end up alone and no one will love you and this and that, and you don't want to waste all those years you had together. And yeah, so it's a lot of different reasons that we come up with to stay exactly where we are, no matter how miserable and uncomfortable it is. Because she would show up to our group calls and everyone would notice that she was like dimmed light, not as shiny. And then sometimes, like after a one-on-one call with me, or, we shift a little bit out of that, she'll come back and she's doing great. But then it's always an uphill battle, because he had a super scarcity mindset, and she's doing all this work and trying to live this beautiful, happy, high vibe life, and he keeps bringing her down. And so it comes to a point where it goes like, okay, are you going to finally put yourself first, or are you going to sacrifice your well-being and your joy and your happiness and your soul, your life purpose for this person because you thought he was going to be something and he's not? Still, like 12 years later, homeboy still didn't learn English to read or write it or to drive, and you're like his personal assistant? Come on, sister. The thing is that you might be hearing that and you're like, oh my God, I would never. But you're in a fucking situation that's like probably equally as bad, if not more fucked up. And I'm not saying this to be mean or whatever, but there are things that you are accepting that you know you deserve better, but you also don't allow yourself to have better, because there is self-doubt there and insecurity and fear and all sorts of things blocking you from the thing that you desire and feel in your soul that you know you deserve, right? And you know you're a good person and you have a big heart and this and this and that and the other. But why do you have this and this and this happening that is like really fucking shitty? Because you're accepting it. Because you haven't yet declared that you are worthy of more. Because you haven't yet declared that you will have something better on the other side as soon as you move. Because if nothing changes, then nothing changes. And if you're afraid of the uncertainty, of the unknown, of what's on the other side, let me tell you something, sis. Newsflash. Everything that you want and desire is on the other fucking side of this moment right now, where you get to be like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. And like, whatever it is, quit that job, leave that fucking loser, like start your business, like do something, change some shit, like shake it up. Fucking 2023. Let's fucking go. Like, stop. Don't stay the same in whatever funk and bullshit that you're at. Like, honestly, stop. Like, stop. You're embarrassing yourself. Like, I love you, but stop it. Like, for real. If you are living with somebody that makes you miserable, kick them out. If you are at a job that you fucking hate, quit, or let them get yourself fired so you can collect unemployment. If you are complaining that you haven't taken a trip in so long, take a trip. If you are wanting to fall in love and be in a relationship, but you're emitting this strong, independent woman, I don't need a man energy, stop being like that and rest in your fucking feminine. Like, if you need help with that, come talk to me, because that was me. That was me hard. That was me so hard. Oh my fucking God. That was me. Woo! Okay. Anyway, went off on a tangent, but I was telling you about that one client. There's another client, and then I'll get back to the whole episode about everything else that we were supposed to be talking about. But I love this. It's a vibe. Don't you love it? I'm back, baby. I'm fucking back. Hey. Whew. Feels good. Okay. So I have a client who basically hates their job and like despised it, like was miserable, like really, truly miserable fucking, oh, like could not be more miserable. Okay. And they were basically like scarcity mindset, and they wanted to quit their job, but they needed the money. And we actually pinpointed that it came from dad, and dad like programmed them to think like, oh, we need this job. We need a 401k. We need to have this and that in order to be safe. And we also realized that there was like energy that needed to be cleared and moved through, where forgiveness had to come into play. And that shifted everything. Oh my God, everything. And they were also like afraid to spend money because of their childhood upbringing and, dad mostly, but they felt inspired to jump into my group coaching and invest. And it's so wild because afterwards their mindset got more positive. They started to see the magic of the universe, started to see signs and things like they never saw signs before my group, never saw signs before my group. And they started to like hear all of my stories and my coaching, and that inspired them and shifted things in their mind. So then they started to invest in themselves, hearing about all the ways I was investing in myself and saying yes and taking risks and saying, why not? Right? That changed their mindset to believe that if it's possible for Rita, it's possible for me too. And sure the fuck it is. So then they invested in another course after mine, but still in mine till this day. And it's like a year now. And in addition to my group, they joined some acting thing that was pursuing their passion. And then they came to my retreat in Hollywood. So they went from spending $444 on like an investment. So that was the monthly fee for my group at that time. And they joined, and then all of a sudden that was like raising their baseline. That's what I call it. You're raising your baseline of what's possible for you. You're raising your baseline of your self-worth. And so they came to my group coaching. That was $444. Then they bought another program afterwards. That was 400 something with another thing for their acting thing. And then they came to my retreat in Hollywood Hills. And it was $1,111 because they were a coaching client. So they had that discount. And right now, as I'm saying this, I'm at the 44-minute mark. So there you go. 44, baby. So they came to my retreat in Hollywood Hills. So they booked a flight. They came out. And I remember they're like looking around like, holy shit, I'm in a fucking mansion overlooking like the Hollywood Hills. This is epic. This can't be real life. I would never be friends with these people. I would never be in a mansion. Like, this is not me. This is for rich people. And that whole mindset that we kind of grow up with. If you had that upbringing where it's like money doesn't grow on trees and you have to save for a rainy day and blah, blah, blah. And by the way, if you're saving for a rainy day, you're going to be disappointed if that rainy day doesn't come, huh? So you're manifesting a rainy day. Damn, did that land? I feel like that landed. Fuck. You're like, oh shit, I need to hear that back. And you're rewinding right now, aren't you? You're rewinding right now, aren't you? Oh shit. Oh my God. Okay, cool. Let's go. So then they were basically enjoying the fuck out of the Hollywood Hills mansion, and they were like enjoying the community, the connection with everybody from my group. Like, we had known each other now for like a year, and then boom, meeting in person. So epic. By the way, I'm doing this with my membership that I just basically told you all about. And that, I'm going to tell you some about right now after this. I'm doing this in Bali in November, end of November or first week of December. I'm doing a retreat, members only. So if you're in my membership and my coaching, you get to come, and that's it. It's not open to the public. So I'll tell you about that later, but it's going to be epic because we're getting together every single month on Zoom, and I may do in person. So you guys can like fly out to wherever the fuck I am, and we'll do it in person. And then, a fly just landed on my hand. I swear to God, it's on my middle finger on my left hand. I'm holding the microphone. It's like sitting and crawling on me. As I said, I was going to fly to wherever you are. I don't even know where the fuck this fly came from. I'm in a hotel room. Like, what? Seriously. What? Okay. Get off me, bro. Okay. Oh, shit. I just got the fucking clarity why the fly is showing up, because I had this download while I was in my coaching intensive with my client that came in after my retreat in Bali. And she like confirmed this idea that I had a while back about me being a nomad coach, like flying to you, coming to you for, coaching and whatever. So it's not on Zoom. So I get to feel your energy, be in your frequency, in your field, and get to feel into that. Oh my God, that's why the fly is showing up, because I'm a fucking fly and I'm supposed to be flying around every fucking where to connect with my clients that are not able to fly to me. And I get to come in and actually help you redefine your whole fucking reality with like food being energy, your thoughts being energy, everything is energy, and clearing the things that are not flowing so that the frequency, the energy can flow, and your frequency gets higher. You raise your vibration. You start to attract and manifest the things that you want. And we're going to get into that later. But holy shit, that's what it is. That's what the fly fucking means. And I was just journaling about this earlier this morning. I'm like, what does this mean? This fucking fly situation? Because yesterday was so excessive. oh my God, it's been crazy. So I was like asking on like 2 pages to wait, like automated writing. I don't know if you do automated writing, but you just are basically flowing. Like it's a stream of consciousness. You just go, and you don't stop. And then suddenly your handwriting fucking changes. Like I started to write in all caps. It was so crazy. Maybe I'll read a couple of pages to you as like a bonus thing that only my subscribers on my Instagram will get. Yeah, that's another download. Boom. So, where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, my client that came to the Hollywood Hills retreat, and they told me, they were like, this is not me, and da da da. I can't believe it. And then they were like, why not? Why the fuck not me? You know what I'm saying? And it's that shift. It's like, why not? It's like, why are you focused on the negative when you could focus on the positive? It's literally 50-50. Why are you focusing on the other side? Why? Why? It's a 50-50 shot. Why are you choosing the negative? Think about that. Think about that. You're expecting the negative. You're assuming the worst. Why? Why, bro? So they also told me that they were afraid of judgment from family, like if they're going to quit their job or whatever, or if they were going to fly to do this retreat, because, you know, if you're in the spiritual closet, then you hide your tarot cards, you hide your oracle cards, and you hide your incense and your chimey things and your sound bowls and your, you know, the sage, and you hide it, your crystals, you hide it. You don't let people know. So you hide it because you don't want to be judged, right? So that was the same thing. They didn't tell their family about coming to the retreat, so they kept it a secret. But being there opened their eyes and expanded their energy and raised their baseline and brought them to know what it felt like in their body, what it felt like to live in luxury for a whole fucking week. And they had this inner battle about, I can't ever have something like this. And eventually thought, like, why can't I? Right? And just recently, they invested in themselves again. And this time they bought a fucking house. And a few days ago, they booked a trip to Costa Rica. And instead of budgeting and trying to find a cheap place to stay, they splurged and they got a suite and the hot tub on the balcony and whatnot. And they raised their baseline of what's possible for them. They raised their baseline of what they feel they are worthy and deserving of. And they are now allowing themselves to do fucking life, to live, to say yes, to go with the flow, to say fuck it, and just why not? Like, you're here. Play, have fun, go on an adventure. Like, and guess what? Before you say, oh, they probably had a lot of money. Nope. They have the same fucking money that they started with when they started coaching with me. They didn't make a penny more, but they're living big as fuck. Okay? Tell me that wasn't a mindset shift. And that only took a few months. And now we're 11 months in together. And they're like, they just signed on for another year because they're fucking hyped. They're like, let's fucking go. And why am I sharing all this with you? Because I feel like you might not believe maybe that, I don't know, that I can actually help you. But here's that's just 2 fucking stories. You want another one? I'll give you another one. My very, very first fucking client ever, actually my first paid client, okay? This one was from Ghana, living in South Korea. And I had her share with me her story. The first call that we do together is like a 2-hour download. So you sit with me on Zoom or in person, ideally, preferably it would be in Zoom. I sit and I listen and I just am typing up all these thoughts that are coming up, light up. Like, I get lit up, I get ideas, I get intuitive hits, I get nudges, I get downloads, I get whatever. And I just like, I'm typing as I'm listening to you. And I have you start from the very beginning, as far back as you can remember. I'm able to discern things, and I ask questions and I make comments and I give you basically aha fucking moments. And you're like, holy shit. And like something clicks, and that is the bridge. That is the energy gap being filled. And so then it's like a smooth flow from then on. You're no longer stuck there. You're no longer blocked there. That thing no longer fucks with you or sabotages you. You just do not do it anymore because now you know better, period. Like, that's all it really is. I swear to God, it's bridging the energy gap. That's what it is. So I discerned that even though her dad lived in another country, she still feared him and lived by his rules. Grown-ass woman fearing her dad, who's literally in another fucking country. She was dressing modestly. She was very shy. She was a photographer and hiding behind the camera on her Instagram. And I felt that, like, I felt it. Her energy. I felt her. I knew she yearned to show up and dress up, and that she was low-key judging women that do on social media, right? And she validated this, by the way. Like, she validated it when I told her, and she's like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that. But that's so true. She said that about the thing with her dad, and she said that about the thing with dressing up. And now she's dressing femininely and sexy, not sexy, but like it's definitely different. She's very fashionable, and she's showing up all over her Instagram. And now she's got this newfound confidence, this energy, and even a fucking husband. Girl, manifested a husband. What? Like we started talking about like love, and she wanted a relationship, and I was helping her to love herself first and fill her own cup and heal all these different things, and then we can manifest you a man, baby girl. And so everything opened up for her when she released her soul from the constraints of her mind. She even went vegan. She's been vegan for like 2 years now, and she lost a bunch of weight, and that raises her vibration and made her like her life force energy beaming, and that's where her confidence came from. That's where her energy came from. And when she got herself there, boom, her husband came through. What up? What's up? What's up? Okay, you want more? I got more. I can tell you more. Okay, I'm actually gonna have them come on. I'll do an episode with each person. But yeah, so I'm telling you all about this. And honestly, there is so much magic waiting for you. There is so much magic waiting for you to claim it, for you to declare it, for you to allow yourself to receive. And this is just the beginning of the magic. Like, if you join my group coaching membership, it's not $444 a month anymore. Guess what? It's just $44. Fuck you. Yes, I said that. You should join. You're going to join. Of course you're going to join. It's a no fucking brainer. Duh. Okay, I'll see you in there. So click the link in the show notes and join us on this year-long journey, and it's going to be fucking epic. And I'll tell you a little bit about it, I guess, so you can know what to expect. Yeah. But it's just go to my website, ritapira.com/membership. What we're going to be doing in the group is we're going to have a 2-hour-long workshop. And in the workshop, the first hour is actually I'm going to teach something, and each month of the year has a theme. So this month, January, is everything is energy, bridging the energy gap. And notice that's all I'm talking about today. Yeah. See, I said the yeah thing. Yeah. It's cute, right? It's fun. I fucking love it. Anyway. So that's what we're talking about this month. So we're doing a meditation challenge in the group thing, and we've got this exclusive community. You're able to chat. There's like mini groups within. So it's just fucking dope. It's dope. And I love my fam so much, my soul fam. They're epic humans, and we truly have such a safe, beautiful connection, and the space that we've created is lovely, and you'd be lucky to fucking be a part of it. I'm not even kidding you. So come through. $44. Shut up. You're coming. Okay, bye. Just kidding again, I'm not going yet. But I did want to tell you and remind you that if you join this membership, or when you join this membership rather, you're going to get to come to Bali and meet us all in person at the end of November for this exclusive members only retreat that I'm putting on. And mind you, I've been living in Bali now for 4 months, so I fucking know the land, baby. I know the people, and I even know Russell Simmons now. What the fuck? It's kind of funny. Anyway, I was going to go back to the episode and go through everything and teach all about the bridging of the energy gaps, what the energy gaps are, give you examples, give you a story, and then also taking you to the next gap, which is the assumption gap, and then the fear gap, and then wrap this episode up. I'm going to make that a part 2. And yeah, you're going to just have to wait for the part 2. I may release it tomorrow. It's all good. You'll be fine. Don't worry. I know. I miss you too. But I hope you enjoyed the show today. If you're thinking about creating your own course or podcast or membership or start coaching or whatever your beautiful dream is, and you want to embody courage and confidence today, I have a masterclass coming up that will teach you how to grow your courage and confidence muscles so you can bridge the energy gap between your current reality and your dreams. So go to the link in the show notes to register and hit that share button. Send this to a friend that you know would benefit from it and that would like the masterclass too. Have them join the membership. And if you haven't already, please review this podcast. Show me some love. I love you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening or morning or whatever the fuck is going on for you. Okay, love you. Bye.